Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Kol Holoyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakah Kwadash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith in the works. Y'all keep at it. This your brother Abayan coming at you with more precepts. This the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3 and verse 17. Says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. All right, the Most High put it on my spirit to always start, my highways and byways with that verse, because that's the whole purpose, the whole goal of going out and speaking is to warn the people. Well, I can't say the whole, because it's also purpose to bid who the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will to the marriage, right? But it's only a certain number of individuals that will get interest into their marriage, right? So for the most part, it's a warning to try to be those individuals that obtain that entrance, right? Let me go to the book of Habakkuk, or Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right? The Most High's word is true. If he says something gonna happen, then that means it's gonna happen. Right? So wait for it. Meaning, watch and pray. Stay faithful. Do everything you're supposed to be doing. Right? And when you see these things come to pass, then it'll be a booster to you, because it's the word that's speaking to you. You can hear it. You can see it. You can understand it. Right? Now, the prophecy that's that's speaking right now and speaking so loud, and Most High willing, man, Most High willing. This is it. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Ratazah. This is Revelation chapter 13, 16 through 18. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 through 18. Because Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 through 18 is it. It's the thing that will bring forth Jacob's trouble. It's the thing that will be going on in the midst of World War III. It's the thing that will have the saints be tried as gold in the fire. It's the thing that will have some saints thrown in prison for his name's sake. This is it. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Ratazah, man. Meaning Most High willing. Most High, in the name of his Son, willing. This is it. So, I just so happen to be scrolling on TikTok, and I ran across a video of 3 so-called blacks, 1 female, 2 men, and they were speaking on a thing called the Fed Now program. And the way she was speaking on it, because she was the female was the one that was presenting the information. One of the jakes act like he was just dumb to the facts, and he just couldn't get it. And the other jake was like, she explaining it perfectly, I'm just gonna sit back and let her tell it. So she went on to explain about the Fed Now program and how this thing is going to be introduced in 2023, and how in 2023 they will start to phase out the dollar. It's basically everything that we've been preaching on and warning the people about for the longest. Only thing we knew was the central bank and digital currency and the things that was coming along with it. We didn't understand exactly how it would get to the people. I mean, we knew the actual instrument that would be used, right? That RFID micro thing, right? We understand that fully. But this new information, when I heard it, instantly took my mind to Revelation 13. But I was kind of weary of it because for something to be coming out so soon, you would think it would be somewhere on YouTube, somewhere on some news channel somewhere. It's nowhere. You literally have to go to the Federal Reserve's website to check this information out. Right? So I went though. First I typed in FedNow program. Yeah, that's the name of it. FedNow app. It's an application. Right? This is what I found. It says the FedNow service is a new instant payment service that the Federal Reserve banks are developing to enable financial institutions of every size and in every community across the U.S. to provide safe and efficient instant payment services in real time, around the clock, every day of the year. Now that sounds real sweet, don't it? Sound like they really are looking out for the people, don't it? This the book. This the book of Sirach, chapter 12, and verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Yeah, that sounded real sweet, right? So, I ain't stopped though. Let me see. Let me try to find this. So, is this it? Trying to see if this it. Yeah, okay. So this is the Federal Reserve Banking Services.org. This they website. And along with what I just read, it says through financial institutions participating in the FedNow service, businesses and individuals will be able to send and receive instant payments conveniently, and recipients will have full access to funds immediately, giving them greater flexibility to manage their money and make time-sensitive payments. Wait. Can't you do that already? If you got a debit card and you got to pay a bill and say it's due tomorrow, if you pay that bill at 11:59 with your card, don't it count? If you pay that bill at 11:30 with your card, don't it count? So what that means is they talking about some whole other thing. It says recipients will have full access to funds immediately, giving them greater flexibility to manage their money and make time-sensitive payments, consistent with the Federal Reserve's historical role of providing payment services alongside private sector providers. The FedNow service will provide choice in the market for clearing and settling instant payments, as well as promote resiliency through redundancy. Right? Let me see let's look these words up. I just want to see what it means. Because, they throw the big words out, thinking that ain't nobody going to look into it. So it really ain't for us, for real. If you really, you know what I'm saying? It really ain't for us to be knowing. All right, let me see. Resiliency. Okay, resilient, able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions, able to recoil or spring back into shape after bending, stretching, or being compressed. All right, so a bounce back, we call it the bounce back. They say it's resilience. All right, says to promote resiliency through redundancy. So a quick recovery. Let's see. Through redundancy. Redundant. Not or no longer needed or useful. Resiliency through redundancy. Okay. So you won't have to make payments on anything. If you owe anybody, anything, any establishment, any amount, you ain't got to worry about constantly going in to see how much you owe and if you can pay this much or pay that much or if you can do this or that. Nah, instant. Your money gone. As soon as you get it, it's gone. Whoever you owe. Says financial institutions and their service providers will be able to use the service as a springboard to provide innovative, instant payment services to customers. So if they can pay you instant, they can get paid instant. We will update this page as we have more information about this new service, which is under development and will continue to evolve. Launch timing. Implementing the FedNow service in an efficient and safe manner remains a high priority for the Federal Reserve. The FedNow service will launch in 2023 and will be deployed in phases so that the initial service can be launched expeditiously with additional features and enhancements released in stages after the initial launch. This phased approach will allow for adjustments and improvements in response to industry needs or changes in technology. Phases. Something else happened in phases. You remember in 2019 when the world shut down and they introduced something new, and at first they said it was voluntary, but you had so many people that said, I'm not going to do that. Then it went from voluntary to semi-mandatory by way of, if you want to enter this or go to that, then you got to take this. Yeah, it went in phases too. What this sound like? It sounds like in 2023 they are about to begin phasing out the dollar. That's what it sounds like to me. This is the Federal Reserve. Central banking digital currency and the Federal Reserve go hand in hand. FedNow is an app. So that app has to go on some form of device. Right? Has to be connected to some device. RFID. Okay. It says, let me read this over. It says, implementing the FedNow service in an efficient and safe manner remains a high priority for the Federal Reserve. The FedNow service will launch in 2023 and will be deployed in phases so that the initial service can be launched expeditiously with additional features and enhancements released in stages after the initial launch. This phased approach will allow for adjustments and improvements in response to industry needs or changes in technology. Man, Most High willing, Yahweh Ba'Shemi Hawashai, this is it, man. This is it. This is it. Yahweh Ba'Shemi Hawashai, this is it, man. Man, I'm so excited right now, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do but praise Yahweh. Call Lord Yahweh Ba'Shemi Hawashai, man. Yahweh Ba'Shemi Hawashai, this is it, man. We seeing the finish line. We can pick up the pace. We can full out sprint. Most High willing, they make that announcement, man. Most High willing 2023. Creepy Sleepy Joe go in front of the daughter of Babylon and say, we are about to phase out the old world and phase in the new. Right? If you listening, you need to use that in your speech, man. I know you be biting. That man bit a whole JFK speech. and some other dude. That man bit a whole speech, right? Anyway, so Most High willing, man. That man said we finna phase out the old and phase in the new. The old paper fiat that we used to will no longer be the standard. We're moving on to a new world and a new destination, and we're in charge of it, and all the other nations follow suit. Because I heard in India, they are now beginning to make semiconductors, right along with Taiwan, right? So big things are happening, and there's some exciting news, right? So let me go to the scripts, man. Go to the scriptures. This is the book of Psalm. Let me see. Psalms chapter 140. And verse 1, it says, to the chief musician, the Psalm of David, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man, preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. Right? This is a prayer of salvation from the enemy that wants us dead. And if you take that RFID, if you take that Karagma, if you take Revelation 13, 16 through 18, there is no repentance for you. That's a kill shot. Ain't no getting up from that. That's it. And the devil banking on that. He banking on you taking that thing. All you people out there that got the get rich or die trying mentality, chase the bag over everything mentality, money over everything mentality. You view a person's goodness and mental stability based off of what they have, the money that they make. You judge a man's character by what he can provide financially. You judge a woman's character by what the pocket's hitting on. Man, look, if you don't switch that mindset up, your ass is doomed. The Most High said the love of money is the root of all evil. Yeah, it does say money answers. If I'm not mistaken, it says money answers all things. It's something like that. But it's a tool. It's a tool that you use to get things. That is it. Because without money, you can't buy stuff. But don't live to get money. That means you're living for stuff. Stuff that may be new today, but old tomorrow. People out here dying and doing all of these things for clothes that 9 times out of 10, after a certain amount of time, you're going to get laughed at if you seen in them things. That's real talk. Right? But the Most High said, or Malak Dawadah said, deliver us from this evil man that is continually gathered together for war. The main war that this devil is gathered together for, Revelation chapter 12 and verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of power and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. That's the main war. And they prove it by everything that we watch on TV, the music that we hear, the environment that we live in, the mentality of our people, right? All of these things is something that was created and never corrected. That's an act of war. Matter of fact, that's an act of terrorism. We literally held hostage over here. And these people are doing all kinds of wicked experiments on our minds and on our souls. But we so lost in the system, we can't see it. And when I say we, I'm speaking about the majority of the Most High's people. Right? Speaking in general. Right? But those of us that are operating in the spirit of truth, spirit of righteousness, spirit of faith, spirit of holiness to the best of our ability. Now, we don't fall into that category. Yahweh Shema Shai set our mind free, so free we are. Right? We'll go to the book of 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and I'll end with this. Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 73. It says, For then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for power is your guide. Right? That means that what we seeing, right? All of this stuff that's attached to this new digital world order, we looking at it different than everybody else, especially when it hit the fan, when ain't no doubt that it is what it is, and everybody else on some, man, I should have listened. I could have promised I heard somebody say something about this, and they were saying something about it's an evil time, and they not gonna know what the hell going on. But those of us that the Most High been dealing with, the Most High been blessing our spirits. In fact, He gave us a new renewed spirit, a new mind, and we fight to keep that mind on a day-to-day basis. We already know what's up, right? And the Most High just told us, be not afraid, neither doubt. So if you haven't been down, don't start now. Right? For power is your guide. The Most High got us this far, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Ratazah, He'll bless us to endure to the end and be saved, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Ratazah, this is it, man. 2023, that's when they gonna launch this thing. It's gonna come in phases. And man, I pray that's it. So with that, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Ratazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakah Kodash. Shalom Yashalom.